G'day my friends, Marty here from martysgarden.com.au. Now I've got something exciting for you today, yes. Have a nice day. It's my Have a Nice Day cup that I got for my 52nd birthday the other day. So stoked to be alive and to have another birthday. Who would have thought that I was 52 years of age? I'm still scratching my head trying to figure that all out. Anyway, if you want to wish me a happy birthday, just do so down below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm going to drink out of this cup soon because it's very new and I love the idea of the affirmation of have a nice day every day when I'm having my first cup of tea. Now, something new for you also, we've got stingless bees. Yes, Australian native stingless bees have arrived at my garden, and Sydney stingless bees, Melissa her name is, actually dropped them off, and she's going to tell you all about this type of bee in this video, so keep on watching to find out more, guys. Oh look, Karen, the bees have come out of their hive today.
Oh, nice.
Hi, I'm Melissa from Sydney Stingless Bees and I'm at Marty's place today. I've dropped off a hive of Tetragonula carbonara species of native bees. So Marty's going to have the hive at his place and it's going to pollinate all of these vegetables, and these bees are really special and unique because they're Australian and they're stingless. So because it's a new hive to Marty's place, what's going to happen is the bees are going to fly out of the hive backwards. And they do this for their orientation flight. So they'll go out for approximately about 1 meter and they'll fly up and down and all around the hive, getting the locations of everything. And then they'll come back to the hive and then they'll go out a further 1.5 meters. And after 2 hours, they will know the lay of the land, and so that they won't get lost when they come back from all their foraging. So we should be able to see in a couple of hours the little bees coming back with pollen on their pollen baskets, which is just beautiful, and resin is the see-through globs that they get from trees. So it's really fascinating and it's a lovely experience just to watch your bees come back and forward.
Can you tell us a bit about the temperatures that these type of bees enjoy and thrive in, please, Melissa?
Yeah, so the coastal location where we are at North Haven is absolutely perfect because they are more of a coastal bee. They love the sunshine and they don't like too many frosts. So here what we've done is we've located the hive in shade so that they don't overheat through any possible heat waves that New South Wales might experience. But generally speaking, the bees will come out to forage when the temperature is 18 degrees. If it's too cold, the bees will just stay inside and they'll do all the little workings in the actual house. But if it's 18 degrees, they pop their head out and then they'll start to forage on all the plants that are close by. These bees, they only average about 500 meters to forage on. So they're only tiny, and it's really important to have a good solid food base for them within close proximity of the hive. But they're not just going to stay in your garden, they're going to jump the fence and forage on your neighbor's plants. So native bees really are the gift that keeps on giving. It's a whole community that is going to benefit from having these little native bees. And because they're stingless, they're perfect. It's a win for everybody.
Do they have any arch enemies or things that I need to watch out for in the backyard?
Well, because you have lots of worm farms and compost here, it's really important just to keep an eye on florid fly. they can kill a hive really quickly. They're very zippy and they get into the hive. If it's a nice strong hive, what can happen is the bees will know that insect shouldn't be in there, and they will mummify it with resin and then stick it to the side of the hive or piff it out the front door. But because these bees are really fast and zippy, they can lay lots of eggs before the hive even realizes it. So it's really important just to keep an eye on florid fly that might be around the area. Hive beetle can be an issue. They're generally speaking only occur in European bees. And again, if that insect manages to get inside the hive, the bees will mummify it with the resin again and piff it out the front door. So it's really important to just be aware of what insects are around your hive and just to keep an eye on it. But for the most part, the bees will be able to control it and protect their hive.
So flight path, I need to keep aware of what obstructions in the way, such as...
Yeah, it's nice to have a nice clear flight path because you don't want them to come out of the hive and go directly into a big tree. So just a nice clear flight path, and also be aware of spider webs. You don't need to knock them all off around your house, but just if a spider web happens to occur across the front of the hive, just knock it down. You'll lose a couple of bees that get caught in the spider web, but again, that's nature. It does happen, just like sometimes they can drown in water as well. These bees don't need water. They get their water source from nectar, but it's always good to have a little bowl of water out for other pollinators that might need water. So if you have a bowl, put some marbles in it or some rocks so that the actual pollinators have somewhere to land and they don't drown in the water.
So if people want to get in touch with Sydney Stingless Bees, how do they do that, Melissa?
You can contact me by phone, email. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and my business is just Sydney Stingless Bees.
Is that .com.au?
.com.au, correct.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for dropping off that hive. Karen and I were my daughter and I were very excited about having them here and hosting a new little family in our permaculture backyard here. And I'm sure that others will really love watching the story evolve as well as these guys take control of the garden.
Oh, and you will notice that your plants will thrive having a little hive of bees here. I mean, you naturally had some bees that were coming to forage on your plants, but you're going to have mass pollination now because you've got that hive in your backyard. And in 12 to 18 months, when I'm coming through again, what we'll do is we'll split the hive, and that way we'll create a whole new colony to have in your backyard. The more bees, the better. We need our bees, and they just do such a special and unique job. There's lots of information on the website of what bees are about. Remember, you can't just buy an empty hive and then put the bees in there. The bees build their structure internally and attach to the inside of the box. So please don't just buy an empty hive and wonder how you get the bees into your hive. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a hive, and then in 12 to 18 months, you split it into it so that you have your hive that's full and you have an empty hive, and you split it in half. The top gets a new bottom and the bottom gets a new top, and that's how you create more colonies.
Wonderful, that's great. Oh, this is very exciting. Thank you again. You have a lovely, safe journey home.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the next 8 to 10 months, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. Happy bees, happy days.
Look, Dad, I'm flying like a bee. Whoops, I accidentally hit a plant.
So that was pretty cool, right? I just love those little bees. I'm so looking forward to having them in my garden and every day having a nice day. Look, I just love that cup. I just got to keep showing it. I'm probably wearing it a bit thin though on the cup. What do you reckon? No, seriously guys, if you love the idea of native bees or just bees and insects in general, I'd love to hear from you down below in the comments, and just let's get some sort of thread thing going and talk about the insects and what's going on around the globe. We really can make a difference by introducing bees in our hives, creating insect nests and habitat and all that really cool stuff to help our insects survive, because without insects we won't be around either. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click a like button down below to support the Marty's Garden channel. And leave that comment, as I always ask for, and have a great day. Happy gardening, as I always say. Bye for now.